Your car and your driver's license are your tickets to freedom, but as you get older, you may need to give them up before you have a moment like this.
Yeah, this sort of accident often turns out to be an older driver who lost control of the car, maybe by hitting the gas when he or she meant to hit the brake. As 9 on Your Side's Craig Smith reports, someday your child, a friend, or your doctor will tell you it's time to give up the keys.
Older drivers are often the ones behind the wheel for accidents like this. Here, an 89-year-old man driving from Skyline to Sunrise hit and killed a 69-year-old bicyclist. Part of the investigation included testing him on his competence to drive. But the stats show the overall accident rate for older drivers is not very different from other drivers. In Arizona, drivers older than 75 are more than 6% of all licensed drivers. They account for 3% of wrecks with only property damage and 6% of fatalities. But older drivers must be on guard against the way age and illness can affect their safety.
Would a stroke affect my driving?
That's where classes like this one from AARP come in.
Reaction time. The heat has to warm up the hand.
Students told us they mostly came to class because it helps secure insurance discounts. Lorene Shuck says her driving is still sharp.
I just have seen other drivers. You can see them making crazy mistakes out there on the road. So I don't want to get that way,
Stan Mead updates students on new laws and reminds them how aging, medication, and alcohol can affect their driving. Sometimes older drivers can have problems that go beyond slower reflexes or weaker vision or hearing. Maybe they have arthritis, for instance, that makes it hard to turn all the way to be able to merge safely, or to turn all the way and be sure you back up without hitting something. Legs weak from age or illness can make a driver accidentally hit the gas when they meant to hit the brake. Custom fitting a car and making sure a driver understands changing abilities can keep them driving safely. But eventually, it can be time for what AARP calls the talk, the day a friend or family member says it's time to stop driving. Stan Mead says a parent may resent what they see as a child taking their authority and independence. So maybe a doctor or a friend should bring up that reality check.
How many dents are you getting in your car? Why did you just make a new back door in the garage when you don't need one? Accidentally, you think. Or did you for sure run over that curb?
Ray Moya says his driving's still safe. He says it may be tough, but he will not fight it when he or his family decides it's time to stop.
And I have a couple of grandkids and so forth, and they live close by. They live right next door, and they already told me, Grandpa, when it comes time to stop driving, I will drive you here and I will drive you there. Well, it's real easy to say. I wonder if they're going to do that, but I think that it'll be at least easier for me than other people because I do have that.
Craig Smith, KGUN-9 on your side.